Yeah, yeah, you are my African queen. Ooh, Lord, ooh, Lord. Just like the sun, light up the...
Hello, you're welcome again. This is King Heke the Prince. You're welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about something different. I've been always talking about spirituality and reality, and today my last video I talked about reality. Today what I want to do, I want to go into reality to talk about relationships. And the title of today's video is Where Are Our African Queens? Like I always say in my videos, the lips of wisdom are sealed except to the ears of understanding. I expect if you got ears of understanding, kindly stick with me. And yeah, this video is not for the ladies. This video, I'm making this video specifically for our men. I was pushed to say something today about relationships as it comes to a man and a woman, a husband and a wife. It's been touching to see what is going on around. I've got friends and I see what is going on. I've got brothers, I've got sisters, I've got colleague at work, and I see what is going on in terms of relationship, and I felt like maybe I should say something. You see, for the young men that are looking to go out there, you may not be young, but you may still be single, but you're looking for a wife. It is written in the scripture that he who finds us a wife finds us a good thing and obtains favor from the Most High. So the question is, where are the wives? Where are African queens? Where are they? There are a lot of women out there, but are they really wife material? Today we tend to look at women. We see the facial value. We are very superficial when it comes to picking a wife, a wife. You see, today there are terms that are being used, which is what I want to address today. There's what we call a partner and a wife. What's the difference between a partner and a wife? A lot of people interchange these two words, and it seems to think that these two words mean the same thing. You see, most of our women today, if you tell you, oh, I'm looking for a partner, I'm looking for a partner, most of our women out there, they're not looking to be a wife. Reason being that many of them are not brought up to be wives. So when you go ahead and look for a woman out there and you're taken away by the beauty, they're getting certificate, PhD, this, that, really, are they a wife material? You see, they don't become a wife when they come into your house. They should already be a wife before you meet them. Like the scripture say, I'll take you there. It says Proverbs chapter 8, verse 22. He that findeth a wife. So is she really a wife before she gets married? Or is she a wife after she gets married? That is the question. Why did the Bible say, he that findeth a wife? She must be a wife material before you find out. And what are the qualities of a wife? What are the qualities of a woman that can make a good wife? That's a $1 million question that we trying to answer. Many women out there today, they go to school, finish university, come out with all these degrees, and they feel like they come up with a masculine attitude. Some of them are in their place of work, they are the boss there. So when they come home, they don't know when to take off that jacket of being a boss. When they come home, they bring that into their home, and they're trying to be the boss inside their home. Just last week, I happened to I was discussing with a colleague, and had this problem at home whereby the wife comes home. He didn't feel like, he was feeling like in his house he was like the woman, and the woman was like the man, because she comes home and she's like the one in control take over. The Bible, the scripture says that the woman should submit to a man. Not only the Bible, the Quran, all of the religious scriptures. The woman should submit to the man. So really, like I said, this video is for the men out there. When you are picking your wife, not your partner. Your wife is not your partner. Your wife is your wife. The man is the head of the home. People, when we quote Genesis chapter, we quote John 3:16, for God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son. But nobody ever quote Genesis 3:16. What does Genesis say? It says, "You, the woman, your desire shall be with your husband, and he shall rule over you." Our women today, they don't want to hear that the man is going to rule over. Oh, we are partner. But you say you call yourself Christians, you call yourself Muslims, you call yourself this. You don't read the book you are carrying, and inside those books you are carrying, it says your desire shall be with your husband, and he shall rule over you. Those are not my words. Don't crucify me for that. Those are the words in the scripture. I will direct you right here, Genesis 3:16. Go and read. Proverbs 18:22. Go and read. So, men, when you are picking a wife, if she is when you are dating and find out she says she's looking for a partner, run away from that woman. She's going to bring you distress. She's going to bring you trouble. So you need to find out, is she a wife, or is she a partner?
Ooh, Lord, just like the sun, light up the earth, you light up my life. The only one I ever see with.
Yeah, like I was saying, continuing, I'm back, like I was saying. Divorce rates, the black community, the blacks, the Africans, the black in America, black worldwide, we have the highest divorce rate in the world. Why is that the case? Why is that happening? It says here, if you Google it, it says here that the blacks got 38.9% divorce rate. The white got 35.6%. Other Hispanic, they got 27.3%. So the blacks, they got the highest rate of divorce. Why is that? Why is that the case? The thing is that the divorce rate is high here in the Western world as opposed to in Africa. In Africa, the divorce rate is not that high. The reason being that when our women come to the Western world, they discover a new set of power. They discover power. They have this power and this strength, and the culture, the new culture is kind of intoxicating, and they feel this power, and they feel the need that they need to oppress their husband. They feel like they have been oppressed. But you see, the high rate of these so-called women, they say they are religious. Ask them, they'll tell you they are Christians, and they don't follow the injunction of their religion. Back in Africa, we have culture, and we live by our culture, and within the bounds of that culture, yes, we have our way of doing things are different. When a girl leaves her father's house, she goes straight to her husband's house, and that way, the relationship. Our fathers, they never dated. My great grandfather never dated, but my father and mother lived together till the end of their life. Our great grandfathers, they all lived together. There was nothing like divorce. They understood the fact that in marriage, commitment and respect and understanding is paramount. They never talk about love. You see, love comes along the line. Today, our women are taken by Hollywood. Oh, do you love me? And emotion. Our fathers understood the fact that feelings are very temporary. Any relationship built on feelings is very temporary because feeling can change. But where there is commitment, where there is respect, where there is understanding, where we have this as a foundation of the relationship is bound to last for a very long time. So that's why we have a lot of divorce rate today, because our young people, nobody has taught them anything about what it means to be in a relationship. Our young girls don't know what it means to be a wife and to live together with their husband. Most of them came from a broken home, both young men and young women, they came from broken home, and they only live with their mom. They never saw their mom living with their father. They don't know what it means to live in the same house with a man. So the same thing with our young men. They don't even understand what it means to live in the same house with a woman. They don't understand what it means to be a man in the house setting. So then what they know is what they watch from the television, and everything from the television is negative as regard to marriage. So this is where we have the highest rate of divorce among our women. A lot of our women are out there. They are divorced. I myself, I'm talking to you, I am divorced. So what can be done? This is I'm throwing this question there. As men, where do you think the problem lies? What do you think is the solution, a way forward? If we can't continue as a people like this, a woman goes in, she has two children, three children, she's filing for divorce, she's throwing the man out of the house. So many things are going on in our community here today. And I just felt like I should say something. Our young men, you need to be very careful. To pick a wife, you have to be very, very careful. You see, sometimes you say, okay, I have to date, especially I have to date this woman for maybe date for 1 year, date for 2, so I can get to listen. No matter how long you date a person, you cannot know who that person is. So what is the point of dating for 2, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years? You see, the problem is not in dating. The problem is picking. We haven't got enough data information to enable us to pick. It's like you're going to buy a car and you need to do your research. What type of car is that? That is what you need. What type of car is it? Because the minute you buy that car and you drive that car then the car is yours. At that point in time, whatever happens is your responsibility. But you knowing what type of car, how fast that car is, what type of engine, how reliable the engine is. You see, if you haven't got that experience, you can ask someone that's older, that's got that experience, someone that, you see, that's where our fathers come in terms of relationship. In those days, as a man, when you bring your wife, your dad look at the woman and tells you immediately if this woman is a wife material or if she is not. But many of us as men, we grew up in the house today. Our dads are not there. So we are lacking in that regard, in that respect, and that we have this cyclic thing. This thing goes around. The man that is not brought up to be a man goes and take a woman. He does not know what it means. What means to be? It means what. He doesn't know his role as a husband, and they have babies, and his divorce goes on again. The woman ends up being the carer for the children, teaching a woman trying to bring up a man is not possible. You need both the mom and the dad to bring up a child. Either the girl or the boy. They need the balance. They need the perspective of their dad. They need the perspective of their mom. So it is very, very, very important to have both parents in the home. So we have to address this fact. It is difficult out there today. You see, especially here in the Western world. Back home in Africa is a little better, but here the divorce rate is so high. A lot of men, even most of the men living, most of my friends see most of men living in the houses with their wife today, they're not happy. They're not happy, and that is worse, because your home is supposed to be a place where you find rest and happiness. We find where you are content. When you go out, you want to come home. Many of them go out, they don't want to come home. They hang out there, maybe in the beer parlor or somewhere, hang out as much as away from their wife, because the home is not for them a happy place to be. For a young man that you are planning to get married, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to bring the reality of a marriage relationship to you, so that you get to understand what it is. So you need to, I don't know what it is, you need to get help if you want to get many of us also, we're taken by the physical aspect of the woman. We get carried away, and yeah, like I said, it's due to inexperience, and also because we haven't got elders around us to help us in that decision making. That's where we are failing. If you're doing that as a young man, if you've got uncles that are elderly, that know what it means to be a man, it's not a thing about age anyway. I don't want to make it a thing about age. It's about experience. There are a lot of men out there also that are advanced in age, that also came from this setting of being brought up as um, in a single parent home. Maybe you were brought up by the man, their dad was never there, so they also never knew what, have the point to know what it means to be a man in the house. But some of them, over the years, they had to learn by themselves. It took them through the process. So some of them, due to the fact of they spend a lot of time, they've learned. The young men can learn from them, and so that they don't make the same mistake. So the divorce rate is very, very high. It's what is going on out there. It is like wildfire. The women, they're leaving the home of actually in the divorces, this almost 40% divorce rate. 95% of the cases, it is the women that are filing for divorce, because they are not patient enough to stay in their husband's house. They think the man, you go to dating site, you see a lot of women there, single mom, they are looking for men to make them happy. It's not the duty, it's not the job of the man to make you happy. You have to find happiness in yourself. The man has to find happiness in himself. And when both of you come together, you can now share your happiness. But if you cannot find happiness in yourself and you're looking for the man to make you happy, you might as well look for a clown to make you laugh, to make you. The man is not your clown. A clown. The man is your husband, and you, as a wife, you have to submit to the will of the man. That is why we're having divorce. A lot of women don't know what it means to keep their man in their houses. You are using your hands to push your husbands away. As men, we want to feel at home. We want to feel respected. We want to feel like we have authority in our homes. We have authority in our homes over our wives, over our children. As men, it's not me. It's written in scripture, like I just quoted before. Genesis 3:16. The man is the head of the home. So yeah, we need to rethink. Men need to rethink. If you see a woman that is telling you that she's looking for a partner, we're equal in the house, that is the beginning of problem. It's also written in scripture. It says it's better to be in a quiet place in the forest than to be in a mansion with a woman that is contentious. So we have to make sure that we get things right, so that we don't. You see, in this situation, it's a situation is caused by really selfishness, because we don't consider we is about ourselves. We have come together, we brought children into the world, and we are not looking at how this is affecting the children. We're looking at our parents. They sacrifice a lot that for us to be able to have a balanced life. It's all about sacrifice at the end of the day. But today, that is a word that nobody wants to hear. Everybody is thinking about me and me and me. That's where we're having this problem in our relationship today. Um, most of our young men and most of our young women, everything they know, they learn from the television, because the parents are really never there. They are always working, trying to provide for the children. They're never there. The children is sitting in front of the television for all day, watching programs, and the television is not the best place for a child to learn some of these qualities and attributes that's going to help them in life. They need their parent. If you are a parent, listen to me. If you're a man, you listen to me. You need to be a man in your in your home. You need to take charge, take control, help your kids to understand what it is to be men in your home. Like I said, this video is directed to our men. Like the title of this video is "Where Are Our African Queen and What is happening to our African Queen?"
Yeah, yeah, you are my African queen. Ooh, Lord, just like the sun.
Yeah. Okay. In continuation of discussion, for a young man trying to pick a woman to be a wife, you may be a young man, you may be mid-aged man, but you're trying to pick a woman to be a wife. And for us as a man, what are those things that are very important in picking a wife? Beauty is good, okay, but what are we looking for? We're looking for a woman that is first and foremost submissive and know what it means to be a wife. Then, secondly, as a man, what are you looking? What's the next thing you're looking for from a woman? You want to make sure you want a woman that will be able to bear your seed, to have children for you. So, looking at that second requirement, a woman that's able to bear your seed and have children for you, what will you be looking at? You see, if you Google it, for a woman, the best years of her life when she is most fertile and she can have, it says a woman's peak reproductive years are between the late teens and the late 20s. By the age of 30, fertility, the ability to get pregnant, it starts to decline. This decline happens faster once you reach the mid 30s. So once a woman is 35, the possibility or the probability of that woman having a child goes down very, very fast. This is not me. I'm not the one saying it. I'm just reading it from here from Google. What are the most, my search was, what are the most fertile years of a woman's life? And what it says here is a woman's peak reproductive years are between the late teens and the late 20s. By the time she reached the age of 30, her fertility has started to decline. And by the time she reaches 35, it goes down the hill. So as a man that is looking for a wife, you see, this information that you need to. So that's why don't get involved with someone and you start struggling to have kids. Then you start going to IVF and doing that, spend a lot of money. Just look for someone within the right age. Unfortunately, for women, most of the time, this is the time they spend pursuing career. They are trying to get. They see, for a woman needs to know what is important in life. You need to have your priorities all right. If you have your priorities all wrong, then later in life, that's why you see a lot of late women, they end up alone later in life because they are not able to get married. they pursued all the degrees, and the rest of them spend most of their years in the university dating series of men. See, at the age of 30, most of our women, they've dated nothing less than 10 men. This is just being on the conservative side. I'm just saying nothing less than 10 at the age of 30. And the more men a woman date, the more it is difficult for her to really settle down. So at the age of 35, your guess is as good as mine. So men, when you're looking for a wife, when you're looking for, unless you're not really want a family, don't want kids, okay, then you can get a woman of any age. But if you really want to build a family, for a man, it's okay, you can pursue your career, go and get your doctorate, because a man, even at the age of 50, at the age of 60, you can still have kids. But the woman, it starts going down very quick, fast from the age of 30. And most of our women, they're still in school. They're still looking for their career. After they finish their career, they're looking for their dream job. They want to, listen, that for a man, it's okay to be looking for career, looking for a dream job. That is why the woman should be able to look for a good man, they get themselves under their husband, and submit to their husband. If you want to go to school while you are with your husband, this is something that you can work out yourself between you and the husband. But yes, like I said, this video is for the men. It's not for the women. It's for you men out there. These are information you should know. It says here, between the late teens, that is from 18, 19, 20. Those are the years the women move up to 30 years of age. Anything above 30 years of age, you're walking the thin line, because it starts going down so quick, very fast, depending on the gene of the genetic makeup of the woman, the body weight, so a lot of other factors. And now she has lived a life. It starts going down, way down there. So you see a lot of men struggling. They're struggling here, they're struggling here. They go to this hospital, they go to that hospital, praying, going to churches, praying. But this is simple reality check that you can do. You don't have to be running from one prophet to another pastor looking for prayers. If you make the right choice, pick the right woman that knows what to be a wife, a woman that's still within the fertility range of being able to have children for you, a woman that will, at the end of the day, respect you and stay with you for as long as you want, that knows what it means to be a wife, basically. So don't go and make that mistake. It's not the amount of degrees that brings about happiness. It's not the doctorate degree, the master's degree that brings about happiness. No, a woman finds a true happiness in a family. It's there in Genesis 16, 3:16, like I said. The desire of a woman is not my word. It's there in the scripture. Don't crucify me for this. I am just a messenger. Like I said, like I always say in my videos. I will stop here. Gentlemen, my fathers, my ancestors used to say, use your tongue to count your teeth. The lips of wisdom are sealed except to the ears of understanding. Be wise, speak wisely, and you will live a happy life. Take care.
Yeah.